Welcome on Saturday night to Rebellious Ruth. And we have an exciting, rather controversial, very scandalous topic tonight. We are talking about sexy time, or SEX, as I'd like to call it. And we have an amazing guest with us who is a straight shooter. Intensive Care Bear. You can introduce yourself. Hang on one second. There we go. Welcome all the way from Kapstad.
Slopstad. Yes, hi. Thanks for having me on the show.
Alrighty. I just want to see the K. How's it, everybody? Hello, gentle inflatables. Joking atheist Toppenkopf. Yes. Quite a few viewers this evening. Lekker. And yeah, so we're talking about, we had a long conversation on the phone the other day. And I don't know if you want to just introduce yourself and give us a little bit about, I don't know if you want to disclose anything or not disclose anything, who you are and what you're all about.
Well, we all know me as ICB. I also go by Laurie.
Yes.
Sorry, I think there's a little bit of a delay on the line. If it's my side,
yes,
I apologize.
There will be a lag.
Right. I'm a software engineer, although certain people get very testy when I say it because I don't actually have a degree just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I work for myself, and I am the proud mother of 5 kids, and I like shooting, and I like motorcycles, and I like tattoos, and I'm pretty much the girl you don't take home to mommy.
But you've been taken home to mommy, yes? Yes.
Oh, yes, I have.
So then what's the problem?
Well, this mother-in-law actually happens to like me. But also I'm in a very long-distance marriage, and I have been for the past year and a half. My husband lives overseas, so wow. Yeah, I know all about that struggle.
Wow, that's hectic. That is, I take my hats off to you. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and obviously, CODIF has affected that, right?
Yeah, it kind of has, because I was going to go there, and obviously the scamdemic put a stop to that quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like, also, what it's done is my kids are currently with their dad in Mpumalanga, so I haven't been able to see them either. And that's been pretty shitty, yeah.
Since the proverbial lockdown.
Since before lockdown, yeah. So that was a pretty cuck deal. But they're fine, they're doing well. We pulled them from school, so they're actually homeschooling now, and that's working out fantastically all around. I can't recommend homeschooling enough. Yeah.
Okay. Do you go online with them and help them?
Sometimes I do, especially with projects. My ex-husband is very Afrikaans with the surname like de Klerk. It's totally expected. So yeah, but the girls they're pretty sharp, but obviously with English projects and stuff, mommy has to step in. So
okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about how these beautiful kinderlach actually came into being. So I think sexy time, like, I don't know how I came up with the name. I was talking with a friend, and they were just like, yeah, when do you prefer to have sex? And her and her partner were discussing it. Like, are you, like, I actually think the best sex is like one of those, like, you fall asleep in the afternoon, and then, like, you both have a nap, and I don't know, like, afterwards you tend to, like, fall into this amazing what's it, like, sexual encounter, like, you just, you know what I mean, waking up from a soft, like, afternoon nap and just being, like, horny as hell.
So I think we should probably start with the definition of sexy time, because obviously it means different things for different people. For single people, it can pretty much be all the time. Or, well, people. Let me rather say people without children, under the age of 16. That is, all right. My kids are between the ages of 4 and 12. Okay, so sexy time is generally when they're not in the house or when they are all very fast asleep. And we've had instances where a 2-year-old opens the door and yes, we were completely not prepared for it. So yeah, there's different meanings to sexy time.
Yeah, I think, and then the timing of it all also becomes problematic, especially with children, because obviously having a teenager in the house, I like AM time, like morning time, and that doesn't always agree with some people. I don't want to say some people, I mean, listen to me, my partner in crime. Slash sexy time. Hey, I'm such a poet. But yes, and children, I also think that children affect the relationship immensely. You know, what do you think? I mean, you have 5 of them. That's incredible. That's really, really incredible.
I think it's very stupid. I love my kids, make no mistake. But like every other mom, I kind of go, did I have only one thing on my mind at that time? So, but to get back to the question, yes, it does kind of screw things up in a way. Okay, that was probably not the correct word to use, but basically
No,
you have to, like Elizabeth says, you have to get creative. You do have to get creative. But
yeah.
in our case, Jeff has his own daughter with his ex. I've got my kids with my ex. So, you know, there can be some ructions sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a thing to be said for, you know, finding common ground. And we've all agreed the kids aren't always with us, so we set time aside. And what works for me, I mean, you just mentioned an afternoon nap. What works for me is spontaneity. Do not ask me to schedule sex. It's not going to happen because I just don't have time. I don't. And yeah, so I suppose, yeah, it does mean different things. But I guess it's as challenging or as easy as you make it.
Mm,
In the end of the
and
day.
it takes work. Sex, I mean, not only is it a physical activity, very good for the heart rate, but it takes work. And I think as you get older in a relationship, I mean, I was saying on a premiere, well, a video that I've done, and we'll see if we release it eventually. But I was saying that you know, as you get older, maybe things don't work the way they used to, or there's physical challenges, like some people on hectic medication, and that affects libido and it affects function, and obviously dealing with things like cancers and things, it can become hectic. You know, obviously, you know, women having hysterectomies, pregnancies,
Hormones, totes, 100%.
you know, and yeah, so, but I mean, also, I mean, you being in a long distance relationship, and I think also having this worldwide lockdown, I think there are so many people delving into virtual sex. And I think that's actually, well, I remember I was sort of seeing someone overseas a few years ago, and yeah, it kind of became like naughty, but like adventurous, and of course, with, you know, you sort of engaged in stuff, you know.
We're going to tell us about your cam girl past now.
Never showed the face, because what stays on the internet, or what goes on the internet, stays on the internet.
You know, that's the one thing that I can categorically state I haven't done. I have not sent pictures of myself lying. No, that's what Pornhub's there for. I still maintain there are far more interesting things to go and look on there. Those models were pretty much put together to appear on those kinds of sites. And you know, you get vindictive motherfuckers out there. Hey, I mean, you think you have a connection with someone now, and you send him pretty pictures, and 6 months later the relationship is down the drain, and bam, what do we wake up to when you Google something? It's like, ooh, there's your own coochie staring back at you. No, thank you.
But that's why I say never ever show, like, you get people who like start like Skype stuff, and they'll start with like the face, and they'll work their way down or whatever. You don't do that. You make sure your camera does not show anything above the décolleté area, you know. Let's see a couple of comments. Okay, just to let everyone know, this is a new time for me. I am using new software. Yeah, no, hormones are incredibly important, and we all know the joke. Do you know the joke about the hormone?
No, tell us.
Why did the whore moan? Because her customer forgot to pay her.
Oh, that is such a dad joke.
Want to impress a girl, pick up her perineum. Why is it so? I need someone Google perineum, please. Joking.
Perineum is that area between your vagina and your bum hole. That's your
right.
perineum.
Okay, see, that's why you're on the show.
When you have a normal vaginal delivery, yeah.
I must say, I'm not, and that's why I think I'm doing the show, because being 40, I realized, okay, I have to face this topic. It's something that we, I think by this age, if you don't know what's happening with your genitalia, there's something seriously wrong, and you need to find a gynae, and you need to find, or someone that it's like we were saying. I think I don't know why tonight I haven't had enough liquid courage, but cheers everybody. Hope you're having a lovely So you need to know what's going on with you. I think there's so many women who don't know about their vaginas. They actually don't. Like I said to you, we told as children, don't touch your flower, just splash with water, don't really wash. Then when you hit puberty, it changes and you get your menses, and then it's like all shit goes haywire because you're just trying to control controlling that. Like, what do I do? How do I do? You got to throw away. You got to remember so much. Then you've also got to remember when it happens, how it happens. And you have all this. And then also being in co-ed schools, and the fear of you're about to start your time and you're so terrified that either you're going to leak or it's going to show and someone's going to see. And I'm sure there are lots of other stories of things happening where girls have been embarrassed by, these sort of things. And so then we don't look at our vaginas until we're pregnant again, Well, I know I didn't really. I started having sex, but even then I was like, but kind of like, I don't know, I never engaged in do people call it masturbation or masturbation?
No, it's masturbate. It's
masturbation. I know someone recently said masturbate, and I was like, no.
No.
Yeah.
There's a master's course, there's masturbation. They are very different things. Yeah.
Wasn't it actually the first people that wrote about sex or were discovering orgasm were Masters and Johnson? Yes,
it was something like that. But to come back to what you'd said previously, you'd yes, Cat, master debater. That's nice. I think the current generation, the ones who are 20 and under now, have such an advantage to the rest of us because I'm an 80s baby. So we very much grew up just like you said. Listen, you don't even look down there when you're wiping yourself, that kind of thing. You just get it over and done with.
For me, I could hide the Queen's jewels in between my cleavage, seriously, they go on quite for days. And I actually can't see my, as Totenkopf calls it, what? Gooch. Have I said it right? Coochie. What's it? How many names? Come on, people, name the VJ. Okay. First top 5 best names wins. How I knew the name Flower. I think I know with Gigi's little girl. I said, okay, clean your flower. We're so scared to confront the vagina, people. Yes.
Oh, God. Okay. Yes. Totem, your guava. Thank you. You made my
guava. There we go. And guavas are in season now, and I look at them and I'm like, how does this look like a vagina? Oh, no. They don't. Really?
Unless you have external cysts or genital warts, they do not, okay? Do not.
Yeah. Look, and that's another topic we will be delving into. And it's so sad. Okay, let's not go there. Let's just and that's the thing. do we want to say what causes genital warts? And you know how many people actually have the disease? Okay, we're not going to talk about that. Let's stay to your face.
Let's stay on topic tonight. Let's not segue too much.
And I want you all to know I'm actually very sober and very, very not goof tonight. I really tried to stay on point.
Yeah.
What does Kat say? Did I show this comment? Punja pus cookie quad. Yeah.
No,
where hung out?
It's Gwar, but that's the proper Afrikaans, I believe. Gwar. Gwar. It's but she's spot on there. It's one of the less charming definitions of
I think Kat wins again. She won one of the Queen of the Hill on Harman's show. I think she's going to win it with that one. But I think women, but why are we scared of our vaginas? Is it because, and not all women, look, some women are like, they wax, they have it like perfectly crafted, they, and the truth is they're all different. All of them. It's like penises. Most penises are actually very different to the next. Yeah, they sort of look the same, but they're actually not, if you really think about it.
Well, no, they're not. But again, it's different strokes for different folks. Oh gosh. Okay. Again, I really need to watch what I'm saying. The sentence.
No, this is why you're here. This is why I chose you to be the guest that you are, because I knew you would, and it's awesome.
Okay. So, but in all seriousness, I don't think we as women are afraid. I think we might have used to be, but with so many. And this is where I suppose we can not, give a nod to mainstream media, because they've kind of normalized sexuality, and they've normalized, whatever flavor you want to be or have, or whatever the case may be. So I think there's a lot of women who are waking up, certainly to their own bodies, if not, the people they're with. Well, hopefully. And I think again, it's how you're raised and what you're comfortable with. As I said before, I'm completely not comfortable with, publicizing whatever I have. But by the same token, that's also part of your sexuality and what you feel comfortable sharing and what you feel comfortable exploring. So just need to find your comfort level and stick to it.
Yes, and I think one of my ideas on the topic were, I think, orgasms, happy wife, happy life. I think so many women don't know who've actually, I think there's so many women out there who haven't even been touched properly. Not only down there, but just in general. Like, we're so scared to give each other hugs, and now, of course, with CODIF, it's just appalling. But as women, I think the more a woman is pleasured, the better a relationship will be. Like, I think, like, if men gave us orgasms at least once a week, we would probably truly not fight with them at all. We'd cook, we'd clean, we'd look after the kids, we'd do all our normal jobs, but we must have an orgasm at least once a week. Right? In a normal marriage.
Okay, so I am aware of women who have been in marriages for decades that have not experienced what you just mentioned, okay?
Correct.
And this is something that I blame on previous generations where, again, it wasn't discussed. It was not addressed. A woman didn't take her daughter aside and say, right, tomorrow is your wedding night. This is what is expected of you. Similarly, well, she will say that, but she won't say something like, or she would not have said something like, okay, so, Anne, you are just going to lie down and you are going to tell him exactly what you want. That did not happen, okay?
No. But I don't think as girls know what they want anyway. I mean, there's some women out there who don't know what they want. They don't even know what they like.
Okay, so how many women do you know who will actually go to her mother or her sister or a girlfriend and say, right, this is my dilemma. This is the issue that I have. How do I get help for this? Nobody.
3, 2, not even. Like, I don't know. No girlfriend. Right.
Yeah. So that I think is very empty. God, cat, be the grumped bro. That's something that needs to be discussed with her partner. She needs to find the courage to say, actually, I'm not very fulfilled, and I can tell you what I think I like, but actually it's up to you to explore my body. It's not just about you, hitting and running. It's about both of us gaining pleasure. It's,
That's why I believe foreplay is so important.
Well, yes, and a lot of men leave it out.
So underrated. I mean, and most
what works for one woman is not going to work for the next. Yeah, totally.
Like, maybe that's what it is for men, but I think you do get men that want to please women. There are a lot of men that want to please women, but I think the most important thing: how does a woman know what pleases her if she doesn't please herself? At least try, right?
Sorry, I'm reading the joking atheist and cats comments, and I'm having a little difficulty breathing.
Wait, hold on, I've got to pull it up.
No, you have to pull it up.
Talking from perspective, isn't the dude or dudette an Apache helicopter job to figure out what it is that is the trigger of splooshiness? Okay, Totenkopf, we will have you on and you can talk all about your experiences with your splooshiness, okay?
I think we actually need to get him on this stream.
Pardon, say that again?
We need to get him on this stream. We need to get a guy's perspective.
No, we do. Maybe we can do that. Okay, not next Saturday night, but maybe the Saturday night afterwards. We can definitely do that. But yes, and did you know that in some African cultures, that being a woman being wet is actually considered a no-no? And I mean, look at the circumcision thing of women. I mean, it's barbaric. And some people would say circumcision of men is also barbaric. But I'm Jewish, and I like what this represents.
So yeah, but fortunately, we do not live in a society that promotes genital mutilation, and I think it's absolutely abhorrent.
Thank God.
But, and this is a very big but, those women aren't allowed to express themselves sexually or otherwise. They are simply there for the man's pleasure. They are there to bear babies. Now, before we segue a little bit too much, I think, the other challenging thing that we're facing now is actually sex during COVID, because, things like Tinder has not died down this much, not this much. So how do you stay safe, and how do you practice social distancing when you're hooking up with people now that the bars and the restaurants are open again and you can catch drinks together and stuff like that? It's been 5 months of drought. Nobody's going to want to, you can only say hello to your hand so many times, so people are going to be very much tempted. So how do they stay safe? What measures do they have in place? Do they do it with a mask on? Do they, I don't know.
I think it's the same with the AIDS. I mean, look at AIDS. AIDS was truly a pandemic. Truly, if we must really look at the figures, AIDS was truly the pandemic of the worst. And look up how many people still ignore to this day. They'll end up trusting someone, and then once they trust that person, they'll stop using condoms. And sex is still so emotional, and that's why. So I think, like my son, like I said, okay, here's condoms. I mean, he's 15. I just said to him, my boy, I'd rather you come to me, or I'll put condoms in the cupboard. They're there. If you want them, take them or keep them on you. I'd rather he be safe and not have an unwanted pregnancy. And I sort of went through the myths with him, like, yes, a girl can fall pregnant on the first time because, you don't need a lot. It can happen. You don't need a lot of, you need to be safe. And that's the thing. We're all emotional, and kids, I mean, if I could, I mean, thank God my first experience was good. It wasn't great, but it was with someone I love. I was his first, he was my first, but I still was so emotional. Not like I didn't like, but a little bit maybe. But I was at least prepared. I mean, some girls just feel like they want to get it over with and done. Some guys as well. Some find the first thing embarrassing. But I think we're segueing too much. I know we were talking about, like, obviously now with COVID, obviously sex toys. So I am going to start selling sex toys, okay? Sort of anatomically correct sex toys. So they're not just like silicone dicks with bumps on them. They're actually proper, like they look more like kitchen utensils if I were to really, when we edit, not really kitchen utensils. Like they look like banana, like we should have actually, well, I'll put some when we re-edit the show, I'll put some pictures up, and I'll put some pictures on the groups as well so people can see. But yeah, like there's fun ones where like you can give your partner the remote control, like they're activated via remote control, and from 30 meters away. So as your other half is coming up the driveway, they can press a button and you can get ready. I think that's fantastic. I do. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Go technology. Woohoo! Fourth Industrial Revolution.
So again, that's very much something that people need to be comfortable with. If you're not comfortable using toys, then, you are definitely, almost. Okay, so basically, I'm not sure if people would be comfortable using it on themselves. Probably in a couple setup, that would probably break the ice a little bit, and it would probably make them feel more comfortable. It's always better holding someone's hand when you're going through something for the first time. But again, that's very much either it's in your comfort level or it's not. And I would say for a lot of couples, it's probably an acquired taste. People who've been using it for years, it's second nature to them. But for others, it's very much forbidden. I mean, can you imagine 50 years ago hinting at your mother or your grandmother about using sex toys? Because it's been around for millennia. I mean,
yeah, they did have
years upon years
since the late 18th, or maybe even longer. I think even in Egypt days they had stuff, but I mean it was, yeah, the Egyptian Empire. They had various tools and things, but they were very scientific and very biologically aware, or anatomically aware. And I think they even had I think they probably performed the first cesareans. I mean, I was a C-section baby. I mean, just the fact that medicine has at least come a long way. We're thriving, Right. I mean, how many women died in childbirth? Plenty. But yes, some cats, I think, mentioned through a sheet. So let me just make this clear. Obviously, from a Jewish perspective, there's that whole thing, Jews do it through sheets. It's actually incorrect. So, men wear that thing with the tassels. So men are considered not as spiritually connected as women. So they wear something called tzitzis, which is like a four-cornered garment with tassels on it with a hole in the middle. So obviously when people would see these four-cornered garments hung up with a hole in the middle, they think, that's the sheet that they yens through, that they have sex through. No, it's all a misunderstanding, okay? We do not do it through the sheet. Maybe I should try that though. Might give another texture to
No, don't be daft. No.
Might put one down for the books. Like you can imagine doing it with all sorts of other people. It might just create okay, I'm cross with you, I don't want to see you, let's put a sheet up.
Listen. Gentle Inflatables just made a very valid point now with this 50 Shades of, oh my God, 50 Shades of Gentle. Okay, I did not see that, sorry. But, books like that, books like 50 Shades of Fucked Up, I mean, Grey, whatever it's called, okay? That kind of thing. That really possessed women's minds, okay? I know of women who, I worked with a bunch of women who sat with that effing book in front of their screens, and instead of working, they were reading this bloody book.
Oh my God.
And when
What,
5
in their
o'clock
panties or
fucking
something?
struck, they were in their cars and off home, and I knew their husbands were going to be begging for mercy before dinner was served, all right? Then when the movie came out, or the first movie came out, okay, I felt so sorry for my best friend's husband because he did not have a choice. He was going to go with her and watch that stupid bloody movie, whether he wanted to or not. She would have shackled him and she would have dragged him with her, okay? And it
Do you
was
think you
just,
finally experienced true orgasm though?
I beg your pardon?
Sorry, do you think they actually got to experience? Because it's all one way imagining it in your head. But do you think that she got to experience true orgasm? I don't know. I mean, obviously you didn't ask her, but
I
did she
will
have a big
never
fat
know.
smile on her face the next day?
We're not that good friends, okay? There's a limit to what my friends and I do with each other. But oh gosh, okay. So Totem Cop's asking how much info I want about pre-50 Shades of Grey South Africa.
No, it's like black pun with money. To me, I don't know. Like
There's this new.
I don't think sex should be about pain, but then again, different strokes for different folks, I guess. I don't know.
There's this new film on Netflix, and in the comments you can please let me know whether you've watched it. It's called 365 or 365 days.
465?
I saw the trailer and I was aghast. Okay, I flipped through to the horror channel as quickly as my little fingers could help me, and it's I think movies like that are serving to take women out of their comfort zone about their bodies a bit. If I'm being brutally honest.
Okay, so just elaborate. I haven't seen the trailer. What's it about? In a nutshell.
So it's about a woman who gets kidnapped, and help me write, viewers, if you can, if I'm on the wrong track. But it's about a woman who gets kidnapped, and she is basically this mafia boss's slave.
Okay, sex slave or
intimate slave. Yeah, no, but he takes good care of her. It's just no, it just looked bloody awful. It looked mind-numbing.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe Kat will know this movie or this film on Netflix.
I did see it. Is that the one? Oh God, that looked horrendous. That looked like wannabe porn on. Oh my God, that was like soft introductory porn on Netflix. Now I know why the joking atheist said he cancelled his subscription earlier today. Okay, that makes sense.
I wonder if he didn't cancel his subscription because of that stupid Cuties movie that they're showing all over.
I saw an article about that as well.
Yeah.
But apparently it's on.
No, go ahead.
No, apparently it's being screened at the Cannes Festival. And the truth is, I think that Harvey Weinstein started the Cannes Festival as well. So, I mean, if it's endorsed by a whole bunch of pedophiles, then yeah. Okay.
Well, the thing is, did you know that the director of this Cuties movie is actually a woman? And that's what's scary.
Look, I sort of understand what they were trying to do, but I think they missed the mark. I think because it's such a delicate topic, especially with children. Okay, sorry, I saw that comment. Okay. Okay, sorry, I just need to catch up with the comments. I think TG, we need to StreamYard takes practice. And the truth is, apparently there is just so much pedophilia, which to me is just abhorrent and horrendous. And also, like, what's it called? Hentai or like the anime
hentai and manga and those kinds of things, and Naruto.
And based on these Japanese women who try and make themselves look like little girls. What is FetLife? Okay, I'm just reading Tottenkopf's thing here. FetLife is a real thing. UBDSM is a real thing. Okay, I am actually lost. I don't know what any of these things are. None.
Okay, I don't know what the U stands for, but FetLife is fetish life. So fetish is like, I don't know, licking feet and
and watching
cocky
people
and things like that. And UBDSM, BDSM is bondage, domination, sadism, masochism. I do not know what the other term is that he just mentioned, let alone how to print a kalami or colame or Yeah, totally. Yeah,
It's
please,
something
totally.
crazy
Feel
on
free to jump
Facebook.
in and correct us.
I saw something crazy on Facebook. What was it? It was like people who get off dressing each other's partners off as horses. Did you see that? Did you see that one? That was just so crazy. It's actually hysterically funny, I thought. But
There are men who pay to
apparently
get
it's
kicked
a
in
real
the
thing.
nuts by women in heels. So there are some fucking weird fetishes out there.
Ha ha ha. Go joking atheist. That's just cruel. Like you did not do that. Like that's not cool. So I
No,
hope she like gave you a stern warning because
unhappy
that's not
wife, very unhappy life. Yeah, no,
yeah.
you deserve it coming.
Yeah, Cuties is sick. Okay, like I said, I have not seen it. And yeah, look, manga is cool. Can't complain about Love Studio
Ghibli.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but you get a lot of kids today. I mean, I caught my son watching stuff. And even me, I mean, I must think actually when I looked at it, like, okay, not with my son, obviously, but back in the day, like that just sounds really sick. But it's kind of a turn on in a way, actually, than watching the real stuff, I think. I think if you're willing to look, I'm definitely open to porn, not vicious or violent porn. I definitely think porn has helped me in my own sexual journey, right? I haven't watched, I don't even think I've watched a whole collectively maybe 1 or 2 hours of entire porn in my whole life. But I think it's definitely made me feel more at home with myself and more comfortable, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. I think to some people it must make them feel very uncomfortable. But yeah, and I also say to my son, obviously what you see you cannot unsee. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Okay, I'm glad your wife always smiles. That's good to know. Just remember, what's that whole thing about faking as well? You do know, like yes, like I think.
Oh,
Listen, I've done
oh, savage. Oh, gosh.
it. I mean, sometimes like,
Joking. Atheist, she's joking. Just ignore her. Ignore her. She's had too much to drink.
I
And she's
haven't even
drinking it out
had
of a
one
mug to
drink.
fool you all. She's drinking out of a mug to fool you all. So,
No, there's definitely alcohol in this mug. I just love this mug. And again, also check this mug out from my favorite. Wait, this left-right thing is so bizarre. Okay, everything I want in a man. Hold on, guys. Sorry, man. And then it's got a woman holding a dick with a hand, an upright man standing with a yeah. Um, nobody will suck my toes. That is weird.
not tea, Kat.
Okay.
It is not tea. I promise you. It's not tea. She's got you all fooled, but it's not tea.
It's not tea. It's not tea. Just my glass was looking a bit schmutzy, so I poured it in the mug. I'm on the straight and narrow these days. Oh, well done, Tottenkopf. So you've experienced your fun days.
Sure
And you're
is. Sure is. Okay, so Joking Atheist made a valid comment. Let's talk about the importance of good foreplay. Yes, absolutely. Talk about foreplay. I don't think
Yes.
it happens enough for a lot of women. I think the more you can prepare her, the more pleasurable it will be for both of you in the long run.
Correct.
So because you get men who in this advanced progressive day and age still dive right in, for lack of a better word. But
yeah, I mean, get us warmed up. Like you love your cars so much. Like in winter, you warm your car, like you turn it on and you let the engine run a bit. Like women are the same. And you call your car a she. Like any good engine needs to be like working for at least a little while before like proper fuel injection and
no, you
lubrication
don't
takes.
just start and go. No, that's going to ruin your engine. It's the same with a motorbike. You let it idle a little bit.
Exactly.
Let it idle for at least 5 minutes, and then she's good and warm, and then you go.
There we go. Voila! Sex is like so simple for men. Like how hard is that? In fact,
It's supposed to be hard, Ruth.
Women are like machines. We all need a bit of warming up.
Lubrication.
Lubrication. There we go. Yes, rum infused tea. No, it's actually whiskey infused tea. Wait, I've missed something here. Yeah, getting used to this wife said she wanted floor fade before sex, so I pulled out Monopoly.
So bad.
You would
atheist.
do that. You so would do that.
No, foreplay does not start in the bedroom. And to get back to the porn thing, right?
Yeah.
It can actually be pretty fun watching porn together with your partner.
Yes. Even though
Not
I think
only do you
most
get
men are like shocked. They're like, oh my God, what woman have I got here? Like how? And I think men need to also realize like we are also sexual creatures. Like men have to really adapt to letting go of the ego. And also with sex toys. Well, now that if we have something ergonomically correct and anatomically correct, maybe they won't feel so ashamed with sex toys. Because I personally, holding a silicone dick with lumps on it does not have
it's not realistic. Yeah. It's not realistic.
No, and I don't think it shows any form of confidence in and I think men do feel
no. It's bloody intimidating. Let's face it. It is bloody intimidating.
So well, look, I don't have a massive tool. I'll never forget the first time I'd been divorced for about 3 years, and my friend said, "No, I think we need to get you a toy," because I mean, I was dabbling in sort of like maybe I should try like lots of dates and stuff, and I was like, okay, no, I don't want to get an STD. My friend's like, no, let's go. Let's take you to the pawn shop. Going to the pawn. What's that 50 Cent song? Doo, 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 doo. Baby, I'm a lollipop. Let me lick you like a lollipop. I want to make it stop. I don't know. I just think, let me take you to the pawn shop. Da, na, na. I don't know. Do you know 50 Cent? Need to listen to that. So yes, and I mean, like I'm an amateur. I've never even looked. First of all, you're like, oh, like shy, like who the hell's going to see me walking into this pawn shop, and you're in there, and all of a sudden the attendant comes to me. Hello, can I help you? Would you like this? And I swear, Zeish, it was the size. It was bigger than this. It was massive. It was probably like that thick and like that long. And I'm going, what do I look like? Like really? I said, no, let's try something a little bit smaller and average. You know? I don't know. Who wants to see my bob? Does anyone want to see my bob? Should we get my bob?
Oh, why don't you get your bob? We all want to see your bob. Go for it. Go for your bob.
See my bob. But bob seldom gets played with nowadays. It's actually quite it's quite no, everyone's gonna laugh at me if they see my bob. No, we're not seeing my bob. I don't. TG's run to the room and get bob.
You just offered, so you can't pull out now. Oh, I mean, you can't retract.
Retract. But and I'm very interested. Like I remember the Joking Atheist gave us a joke once about what gets turned on and extends twice its size or something. And he said, no, the eye or the iris of the eye or something. What was that joke? The Joking Atheist. What was it again? All jokes aside, I was comfortable to take my wife to teasers to show her what the actual experience is about, and it helped to understand men in a better way. Always be open with your partner. So I went with a friend also to teasers, and I was actually turned on by women. I mean, no, I wasn't like gushing. I was just like I looked at this woman on stage, and I had this big smile on my face, and I thought she was beautiful. And they had this fantastic thing in the front foyer as you went. They said, we support single moms. And of course, I was a single mom. Please tip generously, yada, yada, yada. And I thought, wow, that is so, so cool.
Yeah.
You know?
So historically, ugly strippers are not a good business model. Let's just face the facts here. Okay.
No, but she wasn't like gorgeous, and I've known gorgeous women, but she was just confident, and
that's the thing. I mean, men go there because they want to be made to feel good about themselves. So the women dance and the men feel good about themselves because they get to watch this pretty little thing prancing around on stage, and she's smiling at them and she's taking off all her bits and bobs so they can look at her, and that's sex sells. And I think, the women who are open to go to such places, such as yourself, and I believe Elizabeth and Atheist's wife, I mean, kudos to them. I wouldn't be caught dead in such a place because that's just way out of my comfort zone.
Okay, fair enough.
So, and yes, I can call me closed-minded or whatever the case may be, but I have far more fun on the shooting range or on the motorcycle than I will ever have in a.
Oh yeah,
In
no,
a
look, motorbikes and horses. Okay, not that like I get any stimulation on the back of a horse, but listen, okay, I broke my femur coming off a 850 Honda. I was riding pillion, but oh, that feeling of with the wind in your hair and nothing. Okay, one of the first times I took really seriously strong acid. It was a Dr. Hoffman, and I don't even think I never used to take whole acid. I used to take like half, and I was offered half an acid. Oh no, I actually said no. Let me get half because I'm so little. I'm such a okay. I'm not little like this way. I'm little like Zeish this way, and I was like, okay, let me just take half. My gosh, I got onto the back of my then boyfriend's 850 Honda, which is not even a big bike. Let's be honest.
Actually, 850 is a fairly big bike.
No, it's a fairly big bike. I would say it's an average man's bike, let's be honest. I mean, if you really want, I think as a small woman, I would like a 500 or even a 250, like a 500. But I'm so short, like I need to go to the fucking kiddies section for mostly everything, usually. Shoes, socks,
Those little plastic motorcycles. Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, I've been in bike shops. I came very close to getting myself a bike, and the dude's like, "No, we have to customization. We're gonna have to cut the seats for you. We're gonna have." And I was just like, "Okay, let me think about that some more." But yeah, so joking atheist with another joke. What on the hymen body? I take it means human body. Bro, it's 2 times the size when aroused. The pupil of the eye, light arouses the pupil. Okay, fair enough. That was the joke, and excuse me. The whiskey's coming up on me. I actually thought it was the clitoris, but I think it extends bigger, actually. But listen, I'm no doctor. I'm no. Oh yes, that is awesome. Nothing like camping sex. That is true. Can't wait to do camping sex. Hey, Laurie, don't you think that's awesome?
No, I mean, I've never done it before, ever in my life. Never, ever done it before in my life. But yeah, it's quite fun. Also, that's another thing, location sex. You know, not everybody wants to do it in a hotel or at your house or at their place or whatever the case may be. I mean, the beach, flipping awesome. If you've never tried it before.
No, but
in a hot tub
everywhere.
Then you take an effing blanket or a towel or whatever, but the sand doesn't have to get in everywhere. Okay. Then hot tub sex, I do not recommend public hot tubs at all. Okay.
No, ew.
It is not sanitary at all. No, I've heard some very, very dodgy places. And cat going, no, beach is a challenge. Beach is a challenge. Unless you know where to go. So don't go anywhere around Cape Town. That's fucking stupid. Go to places like Cannon Rocks between PE and East London, or go to a place like where I grew up in Mossel Bay, for example. Go to a place like Mossel Bay, between Mossel Bay and Hartenbos, or between Hartenbos and Great Brack River. You know, there are some pretty secluded fucking beaches there. You know, so, you know, be inventive. Make it a trip now that we can travel interprovincially again, you know, or even just outside of your current domiciled address.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah, it makes it exciting, a new place to do it in. Look, I'm no voyeur. I'm no. Yeah, I'm a bit. I mean, like I always wanted to actually do it in a change room of a. Like I remember Studderfords used to have these massive change rooms, and I like so pictured having sex in one of them, you know. But then you always like I think that's one of the places. And yes, obviously I've been caught having it not caught, but nearly caught having it outside in certain places.
You have not become an adult until you've done it in the back of a car or a bakkie or whatever the case may be.
No, and car sex is awesome.
I've not earned your sex drives. Oh, yes, no. Totenkopf just called it on a mountain in the middle of the storm on Constantia Mountain. It's funny enough. That is actually pretty hot. I mean, sex in like a little remote cabin somewhere with the rain just gushing down and just hitting the corrugated iron roof or whatever is above your head. That's amazing, right? And then Elizabeth asked earlier, Elizabeth asked earlier about my favorite off-site location. So out of my 4 daughters, I'm pretty sure 2 of them are Forestry Road kids. I mean, there's this place, I used to live in Mpumalanga when I was married to my ex-husband. And we used to take a shortcut between 2 towns, and it runs through a forestry plantation. And there was a very secluded spot which we found, and we used it, we utilized it very efficiently.
Oh,
so,
good.
yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And always
9 months later, we had proof of our usage of thereof.
It's sad how I think, like, I remember also going onto the top of Fort Klapperkop, but now you can't go on Fort Klapperkop because it's so bloody dangerous. But I had some of my best sex there, and you overlook the entire city, and it's beautiful. But I mean, these places, I mean, they're not safe anymore to go. But I mean, let's be honest, sex is all about what's in here, right? Actually. It's about what your brain, I mean, you can have sex anywhere and it will still be awesome. As long as what's up here is like functioning properly and how you've coached yourself or prepared yourself. And I mean, I think for the biggest thing for a woman is also feel sexy, you know.
Look, for women, it's very mental. For women, it's very mental and very emotional. I think men, they go through, forgive me if this is the wrong word, but they go through a sort of catharsis where they can just switch off and their bodies can continue, you know, because let's face it, okay, a man is switched on like this. I mean, I could just take my shirt off to go and take a shower and Jeff is like, how's it? Okay. Whereas, you know, for me, it takes a little bit more prepping. But, you know, again, it's different things, you know, boys and girls are created differently.
Yeah, different strokes, different folks. And I think as you get used to your partner, and obviously, I mean, the whole relationship thing, having fights with people, and you often say nasty things to your partner that you regret saying later. And I know, I mean, the star sign thing, being a Capricorn, I never forget. Never. I'm like a flippin' elephant. I never forget. And there'll be times where, obviously, in sex, I'll think about these horrendous things, and it will be, okay, weird. But anyway, okay, that's besides the point. But I think you have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to feel sexy. You have to feel, there has to be effort made. And I think the more effort's made, the better.
Well, yes, but again, it's different for different women. What makes you feel sexy is probably going to be the complete and polar opposite of what makes me feel sexy. Similarly, Elizabeth might be turned on or off by certain things, and Kat might be turned on or off by certain things. And like even the boys, I mean, do you know that some men don't like when you talk nasty to them? I know, sure, shocker, right?
Like there's that whole dirty talk. Like,
yes. Yes, like spank my ass and pull my hair. You know, biting is not just for preschoolers. Just saying. Just saying.
Yes, like some men are really sensitive. Yeah, no, crazy. What was I gonna? I know it's just flown out of my head. I'll come back to it. It'll come back to me. I think it's got to do with one of the comments. Yeah. Okay, let's read some of the comments. Okay. So Elizabeth, I think, has fallen in love with you. That is why I'm not into. Oh yes, like that whole hotel thing, like how hotel staff are like so lazy and don't change sheets and don't. Like I love a hotel. I love the experience of hotels, especially the buffet breakfast. Let's be honest. There's nothing better than hotel buffet breakfast.
Buffet breakfast, yeah. Elizabeth, yes, laughing is definitely a no-no for some. So I'm going to share something very, very, very personal with all of you. How many people are watching?
Just disclosure here, you do know this is the internet. I will not take this video down. So this is your warning.
You don't have to. Okay, so I was very young. Okay, this was probably when I was just married. Okay, and so my husband at the time thought it was going to be a good idea to go down on me. And what I do when I'm nervous is I burst out in laughter. So, as he's going to town downstairs, I burst out laughing because I'm super uncomfortable. And I just can't contain my laughter. And the more he's asking me, why are you laughing? The more I'm laughing. Because he got genuinely mad at me. He got genuinely fucked off at
Oh,
me.
man, the ego feels bruised. Like, why would you be laughing at a time like that?
Totally. Yeah. But it was just the completely wrong time for him to have been doing that. And I was completely not prepared, and I was super orcs, and uncomfortable. So what am I going to do? I'm going to fucking start laughing at you. That's just the way that I am. That's why I'm a cunt. And he got so mad. He was mad at me for probably 2 weeks. Probably 2 weeks.
Did you have to convince it? But I mean, did it feel good? Did he get 10 points for like?
No, because I was just, no. If your head isn't in it, if a woman's head isn't in it, you can fucking forget about it. And that's just the way it is.
That's true. 100%. If you're thinking about something that happened at work that day or your boss, you just can't get into it. You just, it's just not going to happen.
It is not going to
happen. Yeah. What is intensive care based? So you played Adam and Eve that day. Okay, we are a little bit behind. Howdy, Melissa. Excellent that she's joined us. I was slightly concerned about the
as long as it didn't hit your rod, Toten, you would have been safe. Because that thing is not a lightning rod.
Oh, love it. Gee, what was that? Did the earth just move? Oh, wait, there was lightning. Oh, oops.
I'm on heat. My penis is on fire.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we missed one. Hold on 1 second. I don't like dirt talk. If I wanted dirt talk, I would bang a hoe. Yeah.
Joking is one of them, yeah.
No, some people like, I mean, you talk about the fetishes. Some people like to be strangled, spanked, hit. I think there needs to be a fine balance.
And pubic hair. Do you have any idea how pubes turn people on? I mean, yeah.
Actually, you're right. Super. I remember the one being someone that always spoke about the bush. And I was like, no, I'm in Africa. Like, I like the natural bush. So he's like, yes, the natural bush. And it's like,
it's
all right, check this comment. This is so true. It's happened to me, and I got the fun of my life. Like, I didn't even realize, like, a fanny could do that. It was so bad. I remember with my husband, my first husband, it would happen quite regularly. It's never happened before. It was obviously, maybe he would just really in out the whole thing, like bicycle pump movement. And it would happen so often. It was, no.
So I'm pretty sure Atheist has learned by now that, you know, the louder she gets, the better he's at his job. I'm pretty sure he knows this now. But,
yes, no, you sorry.
No, go ahead.
We had an upstairs neighbor. Now where I stay, okay, it's one of these new age cluster type complexes. So the only thing stopping you from hearing your neighbor is the single layer of brick. And we had someone living above us, and he liked it loud. I mean, he would go loud, she would go loud, and he didn't have sex very often, but he'd bring someone home. Obviously, they'd spend the whole night drinking or something and then come home and have 2-3 o'clock in the morning sex. But it was literally like, like it would carry on like that, like incessantly, like for hours. And you'd hear this nonstop. And eventually you'd be standing outside going, shut up! But like, and you'd hear that. I swear that's what it would be like.
Fuck my life, holy shit, okay.
But it was fine. And thank God he moved out. And I feel sorry for any neighbors. I hope he bought a single stand somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Blackburn, how? And they had this one rather. She's still around actually. She has no filter. And she'd come to me, did you hear that last night? What were they doing? Ooh. Like, really? No, really. And they've got a kid, but obviously there's no joking atheist. It's like, wait, how do I press this? Yeah. I mean, I think some noise, and it's about communication. Like, I think there has to be communication, and I think if a woman does moan or does show like or say, oh, that's a spot, I'm enjoying that. Yes, now you talk. Like, that is so important.
So I'm pretty sure at least some of the people on the stream have been in situations where it's maybe not as comfortable for them, and they are trying to alert the other person to stop whatever the fuck it is that they're doing. And the point is not being brought across. Where you actually end up screaming at them, only to encourage them even further to continue what they're doing. That sucks. Okay, let me just say that. That's just absolutely, that is awful. That is just 100%.
It is. You have to, that's why I think safe words are important, or at least, like, I don't actually think I have a safe word. I don't have a safe word.
So mine, I have one, and if I say it, he fucking knows he needs to roll over and play dead. And the sooner, the better. Okay. But that's just, okay, so what happened was it wasn't anything bad, or look, it was pretty fucking painful. He'd gotten hold of my hair, and we were going at it quite the canine way, for lack of a better word, all right?
Okay, no.
And he was literally grabbing my hair, and he was pulling me back, but he was pulling me back like by my hair. That fucking hurts, I might add, okay?
But
I'm not a pussy. That fucking sucked, okay?
No,
I'm all right.
Yeah, didn't like it either. And I think men, when men are like that, they do what gets them off. When a man
they become primal. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it can be sexy as fuck. When the time is right, it can be sexy as fuck, but when you are pretty much pulling my hair out by the roots, I am going to fucking give you the gears about it afterwards. You can bet your ass.
Oh, yeah. No, there's nothing worse than painful. And I think some women just shut up and go, okay, just hurry up, just finish, just get it over and done with. Right? Yeah.
Okay, so atheist.
And that's why I think women also fake orgasm. Okay, which comment?
Atheists, he's asking whether either of us have had a situation where we did a one-nighter and never ever wanted to go back.
Go back in the experience, or go back?
Well,
what
I had what I wanted to only be a one-night stand that ended up becoming a 1-year relationship because I was too much of a softie to tell the guy, go and fuck yourself, okay? And that was fucking rough. And it was between my divorce and my current marriage. And it was, yes, I would definitely say it was a situation where that I never ever wanted to go back to. And it wasn't because the sex was bad. It was super awkward. And you get people who form emotional bonds with everybody that they sleep with. I can understand virgins doing that. But if you're a 34-year-old man, you should not be doing that shit anymore, right? Your dick has a mind of its own. It doesn't have a heart. It doesn't have anything else.
You get into these things. I know so many women who are like, the relationship is taboo, like they're not allowed. By the way, excuse me, Jason Mendoza, if you're new to the channel, if everybody watches this, please subscribe. We're going to be delving into lots of awesome topics like this in the near future. So give us a subscribe, give us a like. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, it's hard being, I don't know how much time you've got. I don't know what your schedule is. I don't mind. Hey, listen here. the little Ruth is in the house. I won't say the DR word because I'm not that. But I like to talk about this subject. It's very fulfilling for me. I like it a lot. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. I don't know. There's a little old lady. If you YouTube her, she used to be called Dr. Ruth. I think she's dead now. But she was the first, and I'm now the second. Yeah? Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. You go and Google her. Little old German lady. Jewish German lady.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Shame. Joking atheist just says he had a one-nighter with a woman, but she was so bad that he was actually scared to go back to her, and she liked scratching the shit out of him.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's hurting.
You should have bit her. You should have bit her. You should have gone down to coochie level and just bit the fuck out of a clit. And that would have been the end of the bloody scratching. No. What do you do? When a dog bites, you fucking bite him back. She scratches. If you can't scratch her back because men's nails are notoriously short, you fucking bite her clit.
I think Joking Atheist is just trying to blow steam up his own ass. I think he's kind of saying, oh, but actually I fucked her so hard, like she had to scratch my back. Yeah. So a bit of tongue in cheek there. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So Kat says here, yeah, Dr. Ruth was the best. So yeah, I haven't studied my medical. I haven't got a medical degree, but hey, whatever floats your boat, or a PhD either.
It's MBCHB.
Well, no, sex is hate, and it's such a complex emotion. I mean, and of course, men that, I mean, we haven't even delved into the whole psyche of sexual. No, let's not be negative. Let's just be fun tonight.
You know, that's why I said, it would be cool if we'd gotten a guy on the channel just to get it from their perspective.
Okay, I promise you, not next Saturday night, the Saturday night thereafter.
One-sided. Somebody like Atheist or Totenkopf, they would have been flipping.
Okay, true. I think, well, I don't know if we should send the link to Totenkopf. Okay, Joking Atheist has already had his day in the sun. For now, he can maybe come on, not next Saturday night, but Saturday night thereafter. But I said to Totenkopf this morning, I spoke to him, and I did mention, I don't know if Totenkopf wants to come on. I can send him the link. Totenkopf, give us a yay or nay if you want to come on. Okay, so here we go. So, no, really, she scratched my back, so I looked like a rat. Why don't you just tell her, babe, you heard me? Like, also, I think women just don't know what's right and what men like, and they also don't know what they like, really. And this is the whole point of tonight's show. You need to know what you like down there. Even men, I think that even men who have problems not knowing really what they like, or maybe men just...
They start tossing off at 7 or 8. They start way before we do.
We're going to get Totenkopf, and then I'm just going to sit and listen because this man has a wealth of knowledge. Okay. Let me go back to that.
Well, certainly his comments that he was making earlier was amazing.
Okay. All right. So you two are going to take away, and I'm just going to sit back. Okay, hold on. Getting there. Okay, there. Link sent. Click on link and we'll add you. Now, how do you add 3? Oh, there's 3. Okay, yes. Okay. All right, let's see. Are you there? Clickety click. You haven't checked your WhatsApp. Totenkopf, check your WhatsApp.
Yoo-hoo.
Okay, let's wait for him. Let's read some more comments. Certainly was never going to go back for seconds. All right, fine. No, I think the worst is, I think for women, I think the worst is obviously like bleeding. And I think men also don't know that sometimes women bleed. I know it's a gross subject, but it's part of life.
Send to his email. Send to his email. Send to Chad's email. You sent it on WhatsApp. You need to send it to his email.
To Totenkopf. Oh crap. Okay, just send me your email. Did I send? I don't know if I have his email address. Please WhatsApp me your email address. Oh wait, there we go. There he is. No, here's here. It's here.
Cool.
All right, here we go, ladies and gents. Okay, lift that hat up, or he's putting the hat down so no one. Okay,
I've got an idea. Let's oh, okay, you did it like that. I was gonna say let's
All right, here we go, ladies.
No, that's wrong. Two women can't be in the bottom. Put him in the middle.
I don't know if I can do that. Hold on, we're trying here.
Like that. I was gonna say let's
All right,
let's. No, that's wrong. Two women can't be in the bottom. Put him in the middle.
Wait, something's going on. You've got an echo. Totenkopf, you listening to the stream and looking through your phone?
I've sorted it out.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out which thing to go. Which one?
Threesome.
Oh my god, I'm so.
Okay, I'm gonna slip off.
Why?
Toten needs to be in the middle because it just makes more sense. He's the sandwich, not me. Fuck it.
Wait, hold on. Let's just don't slip anywhere away. You cannot leave this conversation. You're not going anywhere. If anywhere, I'm going anywhere. Hold on.
I thought I was meant to do the slipping.
Hold on. Okay, just yada. Laurie, doesn't matter which position is what. We're a threesome nonetheless. We're not being particular or pedantic here. Just ask away.
Kat and Toten are on fire tonight. Holy fuck.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, Joking Atheist wants to talk. Well, we'll do that in another stream. Now that, I mean, Totenkopf hasn't had children that he's aware of yet.
No, I check Facebook every 9 months. I'm not joking. I'm being dead serious. I check Facebook every 9 months just to make sure if there's a bundle of joy or not.
You mean you scared one day you're going to answer your door on Father's Day and there's going to be, hello, Daddy.
No, I'm not scared. Like, I'm fine with it. But, like, you know, some women don't tell you, and then 9 months later, it's like, by the way, you got a sprog. So I just double check.
Shame. There's actually, I saw something on Facebook. There's actually some men with no sperm. You know that? Kind of sad.
Do you not practice safe stress, Totenkopf?
I don't know. Sometimes a bottle of Jaeger and she has bottle or whatever, things happen.
No, but not, I mean, yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Even, okay, you know, it's scary. It's the same about people who abuse children or people that you know, not strangers, right?
Okay, I'm confused where the conversation's gone.
Okay, no. So the point is that usually you'll get an STD or the dreaded HIV from people you actually know.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's not go there tonight. Let's go experiences, weird and wonderful.
Well, how weird and wonderful do you want to go? I used to be a manager.
Let's talk about background. You said to me you worked in a sex shop before.
Well, it wasn't a sex shop. So I still think there's a shop up in Joburg, but I used to manage the branch in Sea Point when it was still around called Kinks. And essentially it's a BDSM and kink. You know, they don't sell porn magazines. They sell, I think it was Kat or Elizabeth were talking about it, you know, dungeon toys and other paraphernalia. I was the manager, so it was my job.
Okay, and how many people came in who either knew fuck all, nothing, or like experienced? Like on your average, like say out of 10 customers a day, like what were your average?
Okay, so I'd say it was split into 3. So there were 1/3 that had no fucking clue what they were doing. They'll come to see what we sold. And they're generally rather nervous and sheepish and like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on here? And obviously with my smug face, I found it very entertaining. And then you had the newbies, but not quite, how do you put it? Entry level Kingsters that were like, kind of like, know what they want to experiment and try, but they don't know much. And so they'll come and ask you questions about this and that, blah, 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 blah. And then you got the other ones that just go in there, I want that, and that.
So, okay, you're a guy, I'm pretty sure, Totenkopf.
Last time I checked, yes.
Yes, okay, cool. So, earlier Kat was asking about position. So, I know which positions I like. Ruth knows which positions she likes. But from a man's perspective, which positions would you say turns the average man on the most? Like, from which positions do they derive the most pleasure, regardless of what it does for their partner or them, just in general?
I can't really speak for average men. For men in
You're
general.
not average, right?
No, it's not the way I'm trying to come across, okay?
Holy shit, okay.
I was the manager of a king's shop. I had to attend parties and organize parties for the king scene in Cape Town. So that's why I said, how much pre-information of pre-50 Shades of Grey do you want about South Africa? Because it's been kinky for a long time.
Okay.
Isn't there a...
I'm doing comments.
Oh, jeez.
What's the bestseller? Do you really want the honest opinion?
Wait. Say that again. So what was your... Wait,
so before 50 Shades of Grey became a thing, which is actually quite laughable, if you know anything about the kink industry and kink life and that, it's been quite a big thing in South Africa for a very long time. So I said those FetLife, UD, BDSM, and Economy, and that, just to name a few. So FetLife is essentially Facebook for kinksters, if that makes sense. You can Google it and go check it out. Economy was the original. There might have been something before, but it was the original kink. What do you call it? Group people that existed for a very long time. And then in Joburg, one of the biggest events is United BDSM, which happens at Club Rome. Just to let it out, I'm not involved in any of this shit. I just, I was there for a while by accident. It's a funny story how I got involved.
I'm pretty sure it was very pleasurable when you were involved. However you were involved.
Not when I first walked in. There was a really big goth chick who had eyes on me the whole night, and I decided to go call in the corner, get drunk, and cry myself till it was finished.
What?
And when I say a big goth chick, I mean really big. Like, I'm a big strong herb, but I'm not out partying this thing.
Or big What did we say? Viking? What did we say?
Think like typo negative, as tall as Pete Steele from typo negative, and 2 meters wide, that size.
Okay. Wow.
So
maybe she's
first time I walked into one of those parties, I was very scared.
Okay, so a lot of people are asking in the comments, what was the best seller?
Okay, so it was what's the political correct term for dudes that like dudes? Can you use that word?
Homosexual?
Yes, those ones. I didn't say it, but those ones. And they used to go mad for these pretty real feeling dildo things. That was a massive seller. They were the biggest buyers.
What?
These really big fucking dildo things.
So men who like pleasuring each other wanted dildos.
That was the best seller. But they weren't shit that you get out of world. This was special import fucking from France.
Okay,
it's
so how so as wide as this thing? Are we talking this thick?
They're coming various sizes. There were ones as long as my arm and fucking, I don't know, I can't get on that thick. Yeah.
No way. There's no way the human body can handle that. That's, that
especially you.
Anal prolapse comes to mind.
Do you want to take a bet on this? You'll be surprised what a bucket of lube does and a bit of 2 years of anal training does. You'll be surprised.
Okay, what that?
I am getting very wise this time of a Saturday evening.
And I'm on YouTube. This never disappears. Sorry, I think it's funny.
Okay, wait. Anal training. Okay, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. In what realm does anal training make sense? Jesus Christ, think about it.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
That name and the other name you just used in the same sentence.
It doesn't make sense in my mind. But there's a lot of people in Cape Town whose mind it makes perfect sense. Remember, this is Cape Town. Sea Point's real.
I know. I've got two brothers who are with same-sex partners, and they seem to be very happy. I've never felt compelled to ask them about their intimate
Well,
preferences.
I've seen it in real life. Trust me, you never see the same after that. Ruth is right. What you can't unsee, what you see, you can't unsee.
Sure. No, look, different strokes for different folks. I mean, but don't you think in a way, like doing butt training and stuff and having, I mean, my one friend said that the reason, I don't know if this is true, I might be talking through my arsenal,
Coochie.
is that
Yeah.
coochie, no, not through hey, my coochie speaks sense all the time, okay? That apparently those type of people actually use tampons because their muscles don't close. Like your rectum, and joking atheists can help us here, your rectum and your mouth are the exact same organ, just the one is obviously more movable. It's the same organ, right? If you think about it.
The only way I can answer this, because I have personally have no experience in doing what we're talking about, but remember, if you take a really big shit, your pupil kind of shrinks back down.
Right.
So unlike your mouth and a guava and that, like a rectum can actually like really open up really fucking wide and it shrinks back down.
Well, if you've watched any porn, you can so see what these. Like I once watched something and it was rectal, and I was like, "Is that like holy shit? Like really? Can it really be that big? Wow!"
Yeah. And a dude's can apparently get bigger than a female for some reason.
Whoa. Okay.
So you get like the writers out there, and they go fucking big.
Let's see. This is mostly, I think, I don't know who our constituents is of our viewers. Maybe we'd like to take a pun to give our sexual preferences, just to take in the comments, people can say what their sexual preference is: female, male, both, either or, not hopefully not anything creature-like.
I think Stevie Nicks is hot. I hope that answers my question.
Think Stevie Nicks is hot.
You know that like witchy voodoo chick from Fleetwood Mac?
Okay, yes. Yeah, in fact, I mean, Clint's into, I mean, I don't know, have you listened to any symphonic metal, Totem Cop?
He knows symphonic metal. Nightwish. Come on. No, you have heard of them. Nightwish and...
Look,
yeah,
I'm
to a real Sepultura, Slipknot, a bunch of pansy asses.
I'm okay with Nightwish as long as it's Tarja Turunen and not the last two singers.
Oh, Taria. You also like Taria, yeah. No, look, Fleur is very good, hey? I will say, Fleur has fucking phenomenal range.
I have to admit, I'm more into the whole thrash, death, black, doom, sludge, that kind of stuff.
No, word. No, same here. But no, Nightwish puts out some really good tunes. Anyway, sorry, we completely segued now.
They're up there. They're a great band, but like I'm a hardcore Tarja fan. Like the other two singers did nothing for me personally.
Okay, fair enough. By the way, I never knew what symphonic metal even was until I met TG. So if any of you haven't checked it out, check out symphonic metal, check out Nightwish, check out Epica, check out any other names.
Well, it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy genre to give a definition to. It's essentially power metal with keyboards in it.
Thank God that he didn't call it goth metal, because a lot of fucking people make that mistake, and there is a difference between goth metal and symphonic metal. There is a very big difference.
Typo Negative is a goth metal band. There's a huge difference between the two.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we've so segued here. But I wonder, like when I look at those bands, I mean, I look at some of those and they are so sensual, they are so sexy. And then you think like if this woman must know herself, like, and this woman knows she's like literally oaks are watching her with hard-ons, like I look at them and I go, wow. And like I'm even turned on, right?
Yeah, if there's a chick in the band, but if there's a dude in the band, it's like I'm just there for the music, bro.
No, sure.
It's like I don't know. I'm not that into like heavy metal chicks, you know. You know, like
You're not
very
into metal.
Milk it, hey?
like
Totem
like
pop,
like
a lot of the chicks milk it. Like they'll go black
yeah,
hair and they'll go piercings everywhere and black clothes.
yeah, like
You just
yeah,
fucking went full emo on us. Well done.
yeah, like I like, you know, librarians are pretty cool. Just saying.
So am I doing it for you, Totem Cough, tonight? Hey, I've got the
Wait,
whole
let me put my
librarian.
glasses on too.
Oh God, what rabbit hole did I fall into?
Apparently, TG guy says there's a movie called Tomcats, and there's a sexy, hot librarian in that. So go and check it
Yeah,
out. You might have
you know,
some
you get-
fun with self-love tonight.
No, I'm behaving myself these days very
Oh,
well.
good.
I've
Okay.
behaved myself for a year and a half. It's a record.
And this is something I noticed as well. Do you think masturbation can maybe take away from real intimacy between real people, like
Yeah,
you
Like,
and
does
your
it desensitize you?
I would say so. I would say
Like,
so.
does it desensitize? Because men, let's face it, I don't know about you, Totenkopf, but, you know, if I consider most men, they can jerk off 3 times a day. To your point, I think it's fine, but, you know, more than that, you become desensitized, and then you don't gain or derive as much pleasure from the actual deed because
Yeah,
you.
I agree. But how edgy do you want this conversation to be? And how far do you really want me to speak from my perspective on this thing?
bring it.
Okay,
No,
so
fuck
like,
that. Fuck it. Your channel still needs to be up at the end of this conversation, chick.
I don't know. I don't even know if we've crossed that line yet.
well,
Okay,
look,
wait.
okay. So we'll start off with this, and then we'll see how it goes.
All in the
Okay.
name of education. Just disclosure here. We are all about discovery, education, and authenticity. Just know
Okay.
that.
So, from my personal perspective, and with my shenanigans with females in the past, etc., I hear that most dudes kind of just like it's wham bam and that's it, and then they're good, then they go sleep and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't do that. If that makes sense. You guys are talking about the whole foreplay thing. Really fucking important. You'll be surprised if you touch a fucking ear, what wonderful things happen when you do that, if you're doing it in the right place and warmed it up properly. If that makes sense. What, hasn't that happened to you ladies before?
Yes,
Because
of
it's
course.
the real
Like, I
thing.
used to have, like, actually in my teenagers, like, I used to go out with girlfriends, and I'd always say to them, okay, I've got to organize lift home. Just hang tight. And I would end up, like, kissing someone, like, on their neck and then nibbling their ear. And I'd always find lift home. I'd always get us ride home. And that to me, I forgot about it for like a really long time. And I think TG guy experienced it and he like got goosies from his head all the way down. But yeah, we'll get there.
But do you know what I think it is as well? I think a lot of people overcomplicate sex, if that makes sense. Like the actual act of it.
Wait. We do complicate sex or we don't?
I'm talking generally. A lot of people overcomplicate sex.
Oh yeah. It's actually the most simple, naturalistic thing, but we think too much. We're on too much medication. Okay, we're joking. Atheist is saying liar. Who's a liar? Who's a liar? Well, there's 3 of us here. You need to be more specific.
Probably Toten. He was referring to Toten.
Okay, so what am I lying about? Let's test this.
Okay, wait. We can bring him on. Can we bring 4 people on? We can. I'm so bad if the woman was too hot for me, I would finish before I could even get in the bed. Wow. Okay. Little bit.
Okay, so let's see.
Would they be able for seconds?
Sorry, say again. I didn't hear.
Would
I'm
there
still
be
laughing.
Joking Atheist? Do you want to come on the show?
Yeah, let's make it an orgy while we're at it.
Woohoo!
Oh, and Zoo Film Crew just said they don't beat all 3 times a day, just sometimes. So what is it usually? 5 times a day, 7 times a day, 10 times a day?
Screw. No. I think. And isn't that also weird? Like I know Pet Zoo Film Crew, like your pets, right? Like surely, like I also used to like kick my dog out the room when I'm having sex. Like, go away. I don't want you to see this. Like oh no, I can't. And like you see in the movies, the dog is watching me. Why is your dog watching me? You know, like that is so way awkward. Like is try and also when it comes to sexy time, try and have as little distractions as possible. Yeah.
Well, I'm never really distracted personally. I'm always keeping occupied with something.
Okay, joking atheist, what's happening? Are you if you're chaz, you chaz.
No, if you chas, you chas.
What is chaz?
If you're horny, you're horny. You're horny. If you're horny, you're horny. It's very Afrikaans. You lied about not wanting to just finish too quickly.
Right? Lied about not wanting to just finish too quickly. Omen just pomp de pomper. No, I disagree.
Well, look, the best way I can do it is just give him a number of all my ex-girlfriends, and then he can have a discussion with them how it works out.
Yeah, your sounds just got better, by the way.
Hashtag mic drops.
No, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Well, Tottenkopf is a okay. 10 points for anyone who can guess what star sign Tottenkopf is.
Yeah, I get to play.
What year were you born, Tottenkopf? No, I want to try this game. I don't know him personally.
Okay.
I was born in 1985.
So you're an ox, okay? Fuck it, this is going to be difficult.
Yeah, I support the Bulls. Ox sounds right. Yep. Oh, this is fun.
Taurus.
No, come on, man.
Well, what's wrong with Taurus? Taurus are like my second favorite star sign ever.
My best friend is a Taurus, and they are very.
We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Betsy. You are correct. You are correct.
Yeah.
You're a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Scorpios are the sexual, I don't want to say deviant, but the sexual master of the zodiac.
All water signs are deep. All water signs are deep. They are super mysterious. You never know where you stand with a Scorpio. And as calm and placid as they appear on the surface, deep down, there's like turbulence.
So,
okay, so
I eat beef, which is I've been known to drill boreholes, and I'm a Scorpio.
After all, you are a plumber.
Well, that as well.
Joking. I'm a Northern Star. Okay, and the joking atheist said he's not going to join us. He's going to join us another time. Okay, fair enough. We will have Mr. Joking Atheist on not next Saturday, the Saturday after. Excellent. Keep that in your diary, Mr. Atheist. Okay.
Plumber.
Yeah.
Chantal just made like Chantal's comment there.
What? He's younger than me.
No, holy plumber.
I can't get this because I'm left-handed. I always struggle with my not in real life. I don't struggle with my left and right, but yes, on these streams it's so weird.
It feels weird with the left hand. I have to be honest.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, maybe that's a new. I don't know if I'd have the same vigor with the right though.
No.
No. Even if I get it right, maybe that would be quite a social experiment.
Yeah, no, left doesn't work for me personally. But anyway,
I'm atheist. Don't believe in this shit. But I studied mentalism, so I cold read people.
Cold read people.
Martial arts to read their opponent. Okay. Sister-in-law, and brother-in-law are all Scorps. Wow. They must have a roaring sex.
Scorpio children and a Scorpio sister and a Scorpio mother.
Sure.
And no, I would never have guessed.
You are the way you are, Madam Intensive Care Bear.
Oh, I'm a Cancer.
Ooh. This is very big for a Cancer. I must tell you, most Cancerian women I know, like when they go out with me and I start talking about anything personal, they're all like duck and cover. Like, shh.
It's funny you should say that because my aunt Shabbat is very much into, also Jewish, by the way. She's very into star signs and astrology and things. And she says it's not only the date of your birth, it's also the date of your conception that plays a factor in your personality. And I'm very much a Leo in terms of my personality because I was supposed to be born on the 24th of July and I said, how's it on the 10th instead? So that's assuming you believe in all this hocus pocus crap. I just find there are way too many similarities.
Yes.
Yeah, to just ignore
the only thing I know about my conception was that the parents were watching wrestling and had a bottle of brandy, and 9 months later.
Just hold on 1 second. For some reason, my
Well, that's the story I was given.
1 second. Please don't go off. Oh my God, we're in such.
We're not going
Why is
on.
that happening?
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
we're
it's not
here.
plugged in.
We're here.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Voila.
Oh, to answer joking atheist, no, I actually was a plumber before. I started plumbing before I did the
Where did I go?
sex shop store manager thing. I landed up in that job by absolute accident.
Okay. Which I think is generally the case. You didn't exactly go out after school and go, yay, my best job is I want to work in a sex shop.
So do you want to know how I landed up getting involved with this shit? Well, I wasn't involved, but do you want to hear the story?
Yeah, sure.
So I was living with my friend in Sea Points, and I used to DJ at night times in fucking Bloberg and whatnot. And he asked me 2 weeks prior, can I take leave? He wants to take me to a gig. So I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, cool. I'll go to a party with you. I'll take a break. And I didn't think about it, but I should have known if there was a gig and what gig we would have gone to because I was involved with it. Anyway, so the Saturday night rolls by. My friend and his girlfriend and I jump into his car and we start heading off to Sea Point. And then the flashing lights and the heads start going off. And I'm going, dude, where are we really going? Because there's not going to be a metal gig or like an alternative like party in Sea Point, out of all places. He's like, no, trust me, this is a whole different kind of metal party you've never been to. Well, anyway, we rock up at this place and there's this dark stairway that leads up to the top. And there's that big goth chick we were talking about. And she asked me, do I want a green ribbon or a red ribbon? So I was like, what's the green ribbon for? What's the red ribbon for? She says, like, the green one's like, you're good to go. The red one, like, you're not good to go. So I fucking took the red one. And then when I got up there, I was like, oh dear.
Okay.
And it was a full-on BDSM fucking party. And when I told you that other thing, that it actually happens with a bucket of lube, that's where I saw it.
Sure. No, look, yeah, sorry you had to see that. And crazy shit happens at these parties, and but yeah.
That's how I met my one ex at one of those parties.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about it till 2 months later. She was planning a breakup with her other boyfriend, and then we dated her for a while. So it wasn't too bad.
Okay, there's some advice from the joking atheist. People must also remember to maintain down there. No better turn off than an unkept panani. Yeah, no, and I think, but also for men. I mean, men also kind of can let it go sometimes as well. There's still nothing nicer than a clean, someone who takes time.
It doesn't have to be completely clean, as long as it's just at least trimmed.
I personally don't give a shit, to be honest.
Really?
All right.
It's free. It's free floss. Let's say I've gone to like Cattle Baron and I had ribs. I got free floss.
Okay, dude. Okay, so any woman, join the Rebellious group, Facebook group if you want to get in touch with Totenkopf. He's clearly game for anything. So,
I'm not game for anything. When you say anything,
Yes, it's
I
weird.
do have my
Jump up before others.
I do have my hard limits, like serious hard limits.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But yes, there are ways to get hold of you. I'm sure after that. Listen, for any man to say he loves going down on a woman, just like
That's
men love
fantastic.
blowjobs, like seriously, I love it. I do. I love it. But you must know what you're doing, and you must communicate, because every woman is different, and what works for some women might not work for other women. By the way, Laura, you can see the color of your hair, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
Oh,
it.
finally. Can't hide the
Ingrid.
red. Fucking went
But-
dark as I could, and the fucking red still comes through. So yeah.
Oh,
But
we could so
but
do
if-
it through my element. We're in my element. I've got 2 gingers. Pretty, I'm not
But-
in the mud. Damn it.
but if you're in that situation, you need to learn sign language.
I'm sorry. I think I've actually just decided on that note. I'm coming to Cape Town this December. That's it. Got to book there. Ticket lobby. I've scared the crap out of you, madam.
Carlton, do you have a couch I can crash on? Because I already told this schmuck here that she can come and stay with me, but I think this apartment is going to get very fucking crowded.
Oh, it's cock funny. That's cock funny. Again, okay. Back to some comments. Now we are mowing the lawn. Always clean as Aquarius. Just also start with water. I'll do bathing like a slave. Apparently, my hands are my assets. I know some men are very, very talented with their hands. Do you play guitar? Oh, but he's a martial artist. I actually think I went for guys in bands just because I knew they were really good with their hands, and I wasn't proven wrong.
I was a drummer once upon a time.
Okay. Drummers don't count. Sorry, I'm talking about guitarists.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Drummers have rhythm.
Okay, fair enough. Rhythm works
I was
too.
just gonna say the
Drummers
best
have
sex I ever
stamina.
had was the drummer.
There you
So
go.
up yours Iggy, with the Wawa brush, Ruthie. Up yours, Iggy.
What? With a Wawa brush? No, I'm just
Yes.
teasing. Dunkov knows I'm talking absolutely rubbish. No, listen, I'm still in the closet when it comes to all of these things.
Just remember, when there's 2 people going at it, it's kind of like a percussion instrument, Doof, 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 doof.
But it depends on the rhythm. It depends on how they really like it.
Okay.
Maybe we should save some for next week, or not next week, the week after. By the way, it's well, okay, I'll say it on Facebook. But anyway, it told you all the cool, interesting people live in Cape Town. Rural down here. No, listen, I lived in Cape Town when I was little. I think it really wiped off on me. And Pretoria is also awesome. We just don't have an ocean. What? Fuck off.
What?
Goodbye. Bye, everyone. Nice knowing you. Bye. No, listen. If I had a job in Cape Town, I'd be there in a heartbeat. Make no mistake. No mistake.
But I saw places with you. I'll go up to Joburg
Why would you want to do that?
because I like Joburg.
I don't know, but Pretoria's not. But if you're from Pretoria, you see, Pretoria rules.
Yeah, I just got to, have a person that can, translate for me. But otherwise, I'll be good.
It's not that bad. Listen, if TG can make it, you must hear. He talk Afrikaans very deliciously.
My Afrikaans is a bikkie sleg, no.
Yeah, look,
There was
you know what?
nothing wrong with that.
Afrikaans people respect when you try.
Yeah, but
as long as you try, they respect that.
I've rehearsed that line for the last 30 odd years of my life, so I got it down. But the rest,
I just want to say here, some people cry after sex, and that weirds me out. So my first experience, I did kind of shed a tear. I must be honest, because I realized that I'd given this man the most precious thing I could give someone. And in the end, he broke my heart anyway. And he was a Scorpio.
Okay, let's not forget that it fucking hurts like shit the first
Okay,
time.
yes, that's true as well. Yeah. Okay. So now someone's talking about star signs again.
No, and joking atheist just completely.
What
I'm
did he
never
say
going
now?
to
I'm not
biscuit
there.
again in my life, dude. Thank you. Fuck me.
Are you so
Never.
generous? Well, I hope you ensure she comes first, else, yeah. No, but I'm sure he does. But anyway, well, who knows?
I'm not even going to buy it for my kids. I'm especially not going to buy zoo biscuits for my kids.
I think sharing is great.
Or Maury biscuits.
On the Maury biscuit subject, okay? I went to hostel. My brothers went to hostel. What happens in the girls' hostel is not nearly the same as what happens in the boys' hostel. They have a cookie taste.
Yes, I've heard of that game, but it's only in Cape Town.
No, it's in Riversdale, it's in Mossel Bay, it's in Albertinia, it's in fucking Boyland College. It's fucking all over the show. In boys' hostels, it is all over the show.
Okay, so
and
Princeton
here, he can explain to us, because we do not exactly have the anatomies to be able to conduct said tests.
Are you talking about soggy Maris?
Yeah, soggy biscuits. So what has Scorpio got to do with it? Okay, so Mr. Bunzaya, we just spoke about what is apparently the most sexual star sign in the zodiac, and apparently according to the books it's Scorpio, but apparently Virgo is very good. And look, it all talks, it's about what's comfortable for you and your partner, and that's what we're talking about. But I think we're going to wrap it up soon. Or Jolly Jammers biscuits. Oh my god, that just sounds so gross.
Jolly Jammers are awesome. Oh, my favorite.
No, they do. They are one of my son's favorite biscuits, but jamming and sex, I don't know. When I think of jam, I don't know. Anyway. Okay, next. Let's not go down the fetish. Okay, the strangest fetish you've ever heard. Anyone in the comments? Hey?
Me?
No, anyone. Comments, YouTube, what's the strangest fetish? Not gross. Let's do kinky. Let's not do gross, because I know there's gross. Let's do kinky.
Fuck. Okay, just give me a few seconds to think.
Okay, you think about it. Anyone in the comments?
I can go. So I heard of guys that pay chicks to kick them in the nuts as hard as they can, wearing heels. No, I'm legit not kidding you.
Yeah.
Okay, not gross. Well, that's not gross, but
yeah, it's a real thing.
That's fucking painful. That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like a really fucking bad time.
Your tonsils, in what realm is that a good idea?
Okay, I've sat on one of my nutsacks and it fucking hurt. I'm saying.
He's done it too in class. By accident, he sits down. He doesn't position himself quite.
It happens to us dudes from time to time, and it's really uncomfortable.
But this is way worse. Way worse.
It's tantamount to us getting our labia caught in our zippers.
You get chicks.
Or like when I actually think I lost my hymen. When I was little, we were running around and I fell. And my heel actually landed plank straight, smack.
I'll be back.
And I bled a little bit. Oh, check, he's running away now. What? You talk about labia and a little bit of blood and men go running. Like they can't fucking yeah. Sing pump up the jam in Afrikaans.
Pom pom.
Pompie kom fight. Pompie kom fight. Pompie kom fight.
Ja, pom pom die kom fight. Ja, nee.
Okay, so the balls one. Okay, have you thought of yours?
So the it's called ball and cock torture, or cock and ball torture.
Why do they have to be about pain. Isn't it like?
That's what some dudes are into. They have fucking problems. I don't know how else to explain it.
There's a very small fraction of in the brain where I think there's a very fine line between pain and pleasure.
Agree to disagree. I think there's a point that it's just fucked up.
I love it.
There's dudes that get chicks to wear stilettos and stand on their fucking nutsack with that pointy end.
Trying to keep viewers. Let's not chase anyone away. Please regard the scratch that mark people. We're into pleasure. Pleasure.
Right.
Okay, good.
I'm still trying to,
Nice sexual thing.
Maintaining that is pleasure to some men. That's just all he's saying.
I just can't wrap my head around it. It's like
and some people do crazy little. No, let's not go there. I'm telling you, there is a fine line. There is definitely a fine line. Okay. Yeah, I think Kat, do you want to come on? Because you're, I think, you're very mature when it comes to these things, and you sound like you actually have a lot of experience with this. But maybe you can come on with the joking atheist, and we can still have another threesome. Yeah, sounds so confused. You stomp my nuts and pay for it. Yeah,
stomp my nuts and pay for it.
The strangest one I heard. Well, and listen, I haven't heard of many. Let's be honest. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole deep enough because I know I'll get freaked out, and I don't think I'll be able to have normal sex ever again. I don't know. I'm very visually, like what I see. Like I can't watch bad stories because it haunts me. Like even movies, I yeah, very visual. Anyway, was men wearing adult nappies, going in adult nappies, and getting young women to change their nappies. Like, what the F, really? How is that a turn on?
I find it a bit questionable. In all honesty, you also get the baby girl fucking story where adult women do the same thing.
What, they change babies' nappies and they get turned on?
And they constantly got the dummy in their mouth, and it's 50 shades of serious fucked up as far as I'm concerned. But it's real. It happens.
Or men who pay to have women nursing mothers breastfeed them. That's like, what the fuck? And
well,
what
I heard
that I can understand. No. But not on the maternal. I can understand the soothing of that.
Well, I just at least if those owners like do that kind of thing, I hope they at least bring their Nesquik with or something. You know, make it more exciting.
What Nesquik flavor do you like, Totenkopf? Pink.
Oh, pink, naturally.
I knew it. Okay, Kat has brought this summing up, and I'm curious because I love knights and I love medieval like literature and stories and weapons and stuff. So that is the Knight's Nyland. Okay, please elaborate. What is the Knight's Nyland? Huh?
Well, in Cape Town, probably, you know.
Okay. Tip for husbands: after your wife gives birth, ask the doctor to put an extra stitch. Future planning.
No, atheist, that is not how it works, okay? As a mother of 5 kids, okay, I can tell you that is completely unnecessary because after a child's birth, you clam up like a fucking muscle, I promise you.
Okay.
There is no issues whatsoever.
No, I think he's joking again. That's why he's the joking atheist.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Very odd.
I get what Ped.
All of us.
I get what Ped. The Ped's new form crew is saying there.
Yeah.
But I do think people take it way overboard. Like,
no, sure. I mean,
especially with the sadomasochism shit. Like, there are people that walk out that are like bloody from fucking head to toe, and it's they turn on, but it's like, dude, you need help. You know.
Yeah. it's just weird. I don't know. But that's the thing. And also food. Like, I think sex and the enjoyment of food is also a huge, huge one. Like, I actually read a book once which was talking about, actually, I'm sharing and I'm not even drunk, which was talking about the simulation between food and the enjoyment of food. Because your brain gets addicted to like sugars. Like obviously with carbohydrates, you can actually, like, I was addicted to single, like, pasta. Like, my brain would give off the same levels of serotonin when I smashed a bowl of pasta as it would with sex and sugar. Look how many people are addicted to sugar nowadays. But anyway, alrighty. Whew. Okay.
Well,
yeah,
it gives a good reason to hide the jelly bean, and then they must go look for it. See what can happen.
Wait. What?
Hide the jelly bean. You want to bring food into it, and then the other one must go look for the jelly bean.
Hey, listen, I actually once had. What chocolate was it?
I think a chocolate's going to melt and it's going to get messy.
Yeah, no, it did get a bit messy, but I enjoyed it for a while. It lasted. No.
Okay. So combining food with sex can be a good idea. And so, do you remember the sweetie pies? I haven't seen them in a while. Okay. So you cut off the wafer bit, and it fits almost perfectly over a certain appendage.
Oh! We must try that. That sounds like fun. Okay, cool beans.
And to all the guys out there, if your girlfriend or wife ever says, "Can we use ginger?" say, "Fucking no, it sucks."
I take it from personal experience. That shit burns. I mean, it's a natural antibiotic, and it's a ginger. Who the fuck used ginger on you? I'm sorry, Tottenkopf. That sounded painful.
Was fucking painful.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to talk painful?
That's why you have those strawberry highlights.
This is blonde. Okay,
so you need more lighting.
Red.
A redhead.
Yeah, but if it's darker, it makes me look more ominous and shit, Okay,
more ominous. Okay.
Yeah.
Monty Python is brilliant. But which one? Which one? They all. I can't. Okay, sperm smoothies. Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, and apparently it's really a thing. It's really a thing.
Isn't that called speed balling?
Okay, Laurie's about to gag. Please don't gag on air, Law. Okay, stop it. Go take a breath. Go smell something.
No, I'm good. I just wanted to comment. Pet Zoo film crew said something now about chilies. Do you want to hear it? Okay, so uber painful. I did medic training just after, just before I joined the SAPs. I did medic training, okay, because I thought I was going to need it. Turns out I never used it. And at one stage we were doing sprains and stuff like that, and how to treat a sprained ankle and things like that. So I had a ton of deep heat on my hands, all right? And just as I left, my boyfriend said, "Listen, come over." My boyfriend at the time. So I went over to his house, and he was sitting down. I'd completely forgotten that I had deep heat on my hands. Wasn't a lot. It wasn't a significant amount, okay? Got about it completely. And we were sitting on the couch, and he started getting touchy-feely. So obviously, it was on like a fucking scone the moment he kissed me in the neck, all right? Anyway. Yeah. So... So we started canoodling down there, and the next minute he said, stop, fuck! And it turned...
It sounds like ginger.
Sure, guys, we are going on 2 hours. This is definitely a topic, but we need to leave some more for next time. Let's just go through the comments quickly. Elizabeth, the jogging parties, no swappy. Okay, steak and chop, spice on a man. Ooh, yummy. That could be nice, gentle. Yes, I don't know. Some of these comments like jump up. No, never suck a mint before. Oh, right. Never suck a mint before. Yeah, no, sure. Oh, I can totally imagine sex and wasabi. Oh, ginger alert. Oh no, I swear I keep on burping into the microphone. And wash your hands after chopping the chilies and wait 30 minutes.
Well, you know about the funny story about the chili seed.
Okay, remember this is about pleasure. I don't want people leaving. Can
It's
we
still
not
funny,
tell
though.
horrific stories? But yes, maybe we can do a stream on it.
Oh, fuck.
He takes out away, he's laughing at himself. Okay, Lol, stay away from garlic. Yeah. Okay, Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Yeah, no, I actually need to actually we should really rewatch some of them. They are brilliant. I still enjoyed, what was that one? The Life of Brian. Life of Brian to me.
The Life of Brian.
Oh, the best, the absolute best. Oh, yes, also Vic's parents. No, stay away from mental and ginger and like those kind of things, people. Okay, so yeah, I think we've been on for just over 2 hours.
You think we've come?
Corey, you're an absolute queen. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. My ginger. Thank you. And Tottenkopf, thank you for having the balls to come on and discuss things. Very cool. We will definitely do this again. I think next time we should
welcome.
Joking Atheist give their maybe a little bit, because Joking Atheist has delved into the medical fraternity. He knows a little bit more about certain things which we could also delve into. By the way, disclosure, none of us are psychologists, sex therapists, or doctors. We just ran from our own authentic experiences and enjoy and like educating and I think pleasing people. After all, Law, you are very experienced. You've had 5 kids. What?
The moment they hear a woman has kids, oh, so you're into sex.
No shit. Mind you, actually, we apparently produce something like actually only 436 eggs in our lifetime or something. It's in the number of 400. But I mean, if you think sperm men produce, it's insane.
Men don't stop ever producing sperm. We are born with a finite amount of eggs. Men never stop producing sperm, ever. Elizabeth.
Fiction causes heat causes moral of the story is run away if intensity wants to grab your wire. Oh, he made a poem. Love it. It just finished my work. Husky time for scratching. Okay, cool. Okay, I don't know. That's like, no, that just sounds weird. No, shedding season. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, shoo. I think the whiskey's getting to me. Was doing after hours training. Lol. That woman is quite funny. It was lovely. Cafe Bear, lovely, and Viking Man, cool. I think Care Bear, she means Care Bear. Okay, cool. No, thank you, everybody. Cool. If you're not here first time, subscribe. We're going to do this again. We're going to have lots more fun conversations like this, especially on a Saturday night. So awesome. Okay, lots of love. TTFN, everybody. Cheers.
Bye.
Don't go away, you guys. Okay. Bye. TTFN.